So, word on the curb is TV personality Sidney Starr is arrested and charged with alleged sexual battery of an underage 16-year-old, sodomy, and child molestation. And this is coming out of Georgia, where we have this situation. Hateville Municipal Court, where Sidney Starr is being currently held in this situation. Now, this is a flu flammers, skullduggerous, and extremely larcenous situation, man. Now, we're going to go ahead and get to this. Neighbors, this is crazy. TV personality star Sidney Starr, known for her bold antics on show, is in legal trouble after a disturbing alleged crime. Based on records, Sidney Starr was arrested in Georgia on charges of sexual battery of a child under the age of 16, molestation, and sodomy. Now, the exact details surrounding the arrest have been made public yet, but yet she's being held by the Hateville Police Department, booked on August 2nd. Sidney Starr is most known for her past controversy where she stated the rumor that Chingy from Love and Hip Hop had an Wookie Bam. Okay, so she's a girl who lied, or the trans person, who lied on Chingy and said that they had a relationship with Chingy, despite the fact that that's not being true. Now, I guess that this person has been picked up for some crazy situations over there in Hateville, Georgia. Let's see what else we can find. So we're able to find a little bit more on this. It says Favors Sidney, I guess that's her name, is Sidney, or that person's name is Sidney Favors. Sexual battery against a child under 16. That's statute 16-6-22-D, and that's a felony. And then you have aggravated child molestation. That's 16-6-4C. That's a serious felony. And then you have sodomy, and that's 16-6-2A1, and that's a felony. Events and hearings. County jail first appearance, pre-indictment jail commitment, and pre-indictment first appearance court action. Okay, so she's been arrested. I guess today is when she'll see a judge, or he'll see a judge. This person, the arrest took place yesterday on Sunday. Today's Monday. So I guess this person will be, this situation is crazy. Let's see what else we can find on this. Well, here we have this where you see the trans person, Sidney Starr, sitting with Darius McCray. That's Eddie from the popular 90s sitcom Family Matters, Urkel. And, of course, who would have thought that somebody who's on No Jumper would now be being charged with this type of flu, flammery, skullduggery, and larceny? Of course, is, what we expect out of this universe. But for once, No Jumper's not the reason for it. There's no Jumper content. There's no Jumper interview to be being used and all this kind of stuff. You feel me? So, it's a crazy situation. It's a wild situation. It's very interesting to see. So with that all being said, let's kind of take it back to the original interview that Sidney Starr had done with Adam 22 and Darius McCray, which is again Eddie from Family Matters. Let's see exactly where the situation has gone. Now, I don't think that this is tied to the situation at hand, but it just shows the mentality and the mindset of the person in which we are dealing with. So let's go ahead and jump into this good content and see what's going on. You feel me?
He didn't realize was I was plotting.
Yeah.
I was plotting against him. I was plotting against him to make him mine. And I'm such a good actress. I'm such a good actress, he didn't even realize what was going on. I'm such a great actress, he didn't realize what I was going on.
Okay.
He didn't realize it. So the shoot that we were doing was for a pilot television show. So while we were doing the shoot, I put my little Sidney Starr spell on him while we were looking at each other, because the photographer said, "Look at her." He's like, "I don't really want to look at her directly." I was like, "Look at me, nigga." And when he looked at me, I did the shakundala kundala.
What is that?
And that's when I make a nigga fall in love.
Ooh, what do you do?
That voodoo. It's all I gotta do is do that little twinkle in my eye. And I told him, "Daddy."
Did she twinkle in your eye?
It's the video on my page. When he looked at me, it literally was like, but what?
Well, I hope that I'm not the only one that's genuinely uncomfortable about hearing this. Wherever you are twinkling this man, it's not our business. It's not our business at all. Wherever you decide To Twinkle this man is definitely nothing to do with what we have going on in our innocent little world and our innocent little minds. So let's go ahead and get a full blown away from this. Now, here's a situation that made Sidney Starr famous. Sidney Starr expresses her regret over lying on Chingy in the past. I was looking for attention. If I could take it all back, I would. Chingy says he lost everything after trans woman Sidney Starr lied about them being intimate. Says Sidney Starr gained everything. Chingy reflects on his career, blames its failure on Sidney Starr. All right.
Hold the fuck up. Bro. This bitch is had sex with a 14-year-old. Down bad. For two, he a 14-year-old from Atlanta. Like, how the hell you let this little nigga out? But that ain't even the juicy part. Hold on. Come here. 3, this motherfucker used to be a man. This was a fucking man. This used to be a man. Y'all know that? If you niggas ever watch this motherfucker right here, you're nasty. This is a man. This is a man. This used to be a man. And I don't mean to put nobody business out here, but y'all remember Chingy? How you doing right there, man?
So you see how somebody's whole career can be thrown in the trash because the first thing this guy goes to is you remember Chingy, but we've already shown that this person has admitted to lying on Chingy and admitting to, you know, not being 100% truthful when it comes to, you know, what's going on with Chingy and all that kind of stuff. So this is a crazy situation, man. This whole situation is just going 100% too far. And now you have this person, you know, catching these charges. And when catching these charges, you know, will bring a lot of scrutiny, will bring a lot of conversation, will bring a lot of, you know, back and forth, 1-2 stepping like Sierra. Now, when it comes down to everything that's going on, when it comes to everything that's been happening, you know, you kind of just got to pay attention. You got to kind of watch, you know, the reality of the space or the reality of what's going on, because a lot of things have been, you know, I guess for lack of a better word, put into the universe and put into the atmosphere. And some things are true and some things are not. So when you say some things are true, like these, you know, I don't know if these allegations are true, but it is true that this person is currently sitting in the Hateville jail because they have decided to allegedly, you know, have these kind of relationships or situations with a child and all that kind of stuff. Now, I will say this. Under all circumstances, under any circumstances, it's always important to protect children. It's always important to protect children. It's always important to protect the youth. It's always important to protect what we have going on, because when it's all said and done, you never want to see a child put into a space where they're uncomfortable. You never want to see a child put into a space where they are not feeling comfortable or feeling well. You just want to make sure everything is going great. So with that all being said, man, I will keep you updated as this situation continues to develop. It's a very interesting one, but you know, it's red dots to the left. You know the rest. Say a prayer and be blessed. We go.